Hey everybody, this is Frozen with Outdoor Adventures, and thanks for joining me. Today we're talking about packing a frameless backpack, like the Z-Pack's Nero. Now, when packing a frameless backpack like the Nero, you have to be a little bit more careful in the way you organize your stuff. So I'm going to show you how I personally organize it, and it's been working absolutely fantastic for me. So let's take a look. So first off, let me go over some of the gear here. We're going to pack the backpack up, and then I'm going to show you a view as if I've cut the backpack away and kind of opened the whole thing up so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So first off, we have a hammock set up here, and this will work for a tent. It's kind of the same thing. We have a top quilt, under quilt, we have the hammock, we have two canisters. I don't know why I like bringing two. I'm just worried about running out of gas in one. We have a BRS titanium stove, Sawyer filtration with the Sawyer squeeze, an Evernew 2-liter bag, 4 ground stakes with guy lines, a Cuban fiber 11-foot tarp. We have 4 days of garbage. I'm also going to show you how to pack that. We have extra clothes, sleeping clothes, extra socks, a pillow, a puffy, a Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer, a Helium 2 rain jacket, 5 days of food, 2 smart water bottles, a cell phone, an extra pair of hiking socks, some Purell hand sanitizer, a hygiene kit with some toilet paper, some wet ones, and my titanium trowel. We have the day's worth of food, some headphones, a lighter, some Mio, a map, and of course, some snacks. Now normally I'd pack more snacks in this, but you'll get the idea. So what I first do here is usually if I'm bringing the Nero, I'm not gonna be needing a puffy jacket. I'm gonna be hiking already, or I'm gonna need it at night. So this will go at the very bottom of the pack. Now, before I get into that, I do line all my packs, no matter what the backpack is, with these. Now you can use a garbage bag here, you can use a trash compactor bag. What I like to use are these Nilo Flume bags. They're waterproof, they're very light, they're actually a little bit lighter than trash compactor bags, and you can get them on lightsmith.com for pretty cheap. So first off, I will throw my puffy at the very bottom of the pack. I'll also put my pillow at the very bottom of the pack so I don't have to worry about those two items. So that gets those out of the way right then and there. I then like to take my 2 quilts, my top quilt and my under quilt, and pack them side by side. And like I said, after this video, I'll show you a cutaway of what all this stuff looks like inside the pack. I'll take my clothes bag and throw it up front, so right around this area, and squish it down. And then I'll take my hammock and place it right on top of the quilts. From here, I'll take the Nilo Flume bag, and let me just get the pack out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And I'll just push the air out of the Nilo Flume bag. And you can get this squished down pretty good. From there, I'll start twisting the bag a little bit to make it fully waterproof, and I'll just tuck the tail on the side. Okay? Then I will take my 5 days worth of food, and this is where this dry bag, this Z-Pack's bear bagging kit, comes in handy because it fits perfectly into any backpack that I've tried. So you can see how much room we have now. I pretty much have from my hand to my elbow now. Okay, so into the cook kit we will go. So first I like to pack the stove at the bottom, and then I like to put the canister upside down with the cap on. This will prevent a rust ring on the bottom of your pot. Put the lid on, and then the Reflectix pot cozy. So that'll go right in the middle on top of that food bag. On either side, I will put my hygiene kit and my first aid kit on the side. Okay, just like that. And like I said, I will show you a cutaway at the end of this. From there, what I really like to do is I like to take all my food that I'm going to need throughout the day, minus snacks, and put it in here. So for lunch, this would be ramen noodles, and I have some multivitamins. And then I'll take my long-handled titanium spoon and put that in the bag as well. You can see it fits perfectly in a freezer gallon Ziploc bag. So that goes right on top. So I'm done with the interior of the pack. So we will close that up, get all the air out, and roll that down and lock it down. Okay, So now the main part of the backpack is done. So let's work on the mesh. So from here, I like to take my Cuban tarp. It's an 11-footer. And I like to put it toward the bottom, standing up. Okay, I'll put the tent stake right next to that. I will put my rain jacket on the opposite side. Now, you can fold this up into its own pocket. However, just for ease of access, I just like to kind of stuff it in there. This is my Z-Packs rain kilt. I also like to fold this up. I try to fold it different ways every time, just to kind of avoid the same line folds on it, and then I will roll it up to make it a little bit smaller. And that'll go right next to the rain jacket. Okay, after that, I will take my filter system. I will put the Evernew on the side, and then I'll put this where I can easily reach it because I'm going to be filtering water throughout the day. Now this is where I put my garbage. Now this is 4 days worth of garbage. I just got back from the Quijana Trail, 4 days, 73 miles, and this is all the garbage I had. I haven't really unpacked yet. Just wanted to get this video out. But that will go right there. So I can get into that, I can get my filter, and then my rain gear if I need it. Okay, so all that mesh is done. So let's spin this around. I put water bottles, and I take the extra canister, and on the right side, I'll just put it toward the back, this way. Okay. Now, for hiking socks, usually a pair of socks are wet and I'll have a dry pair on. What I like to do is I put them in between the hip belts and my hip, or if I'm feeling lazy, I'll just make sure the sides are locked down right by the water bottles, and I'll just kind of hang them there. And I don't ever have to worry about them falling out. I do check them every now and then, but I've never had a problem. And then they dry pretty good right there. The Purell will get hooked on to the webbing of the shoulder strap. The Mio and the lighter will go in this little front mesh pouch I have. Now, you don't need to do this. You can just put this in a hip belt pocket, but I like to have my camera gear easily accessible. I'll also do the same with my waterproof headphones from Sony. And you can also throw a map in here. But what I usually use this pocket for is to hold my cell phone so I can listen to audiobooks or music or whatever I want to do. Finally, in the hip belt pocket, I will put all my snacks. Now, usually this consists of some sweets, some peanuts, and some kind of energy bar or a fruit bar like that. And then this pouch is completely open. Like I said, usually I have my extra camera gear in here. So as you can see, the whole pack is filled up and it's extremely comfortable. However, what I do to make it even more comfortable is I turn the pack upside down on the mesh, and what I'll do is I'll kind of massage a back imprint into the back of the pack, just kind of getting a feel for having a flat pack on your back, and then it conforms a little bit better afterwards. So now that you've seen that, let me show you the inside cutaway. Okay, so you guys can kind of see how I lay everything out here. So all the stuff that I told you was in this Nyloflume bag is there, but let me take them out of there just again so you can see it a little bit better. So hammock, quilts, and then the puffy goes on the bottom. So you can see where the Nyloflume bag ends, and then you can see it kind of next to the pack. So hopefully you guys found that interesting, and maybe it helps you a little bit to understand the way I personally pack, and if it gave you some ideas on how you could maybe change your setup or mix it up a little bit or tweak it, and by all means take the ideas. I'm Frozen with Outdoor Adventures. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the trail.